It's the 2023 FCX Boys Lacrosse Championship on the DAF Media Network. Tonight, the two most storied programs in the Nutmeg State battle it out for the 2023 crown. It's the Wilton Warriors and the New Canaan Rams live from Testa Field on the campus of Norwalk High School. Taking a look at our updated bracket in this year's tournament, Wilton got here via the beat of Darien 11-10, and New Canaan survived Staples 9-5 in a game that the Rams was tied 2-2 at halftime. Then New Canaan scored 6 unanswered to take down the Staples Wreckers 9-5. It's a battle of the 3 seed and the 4 seed in the 2023 championship game. Hi everybody, joined alongside my broadcast partners John Frieders and Ryan Dahlquist. I'm Braden Schenck, welcoming you to the 2023 FCX Championship match. John, let's start with New Canaan, a team that struggled at parts of this season, started undefeated, found the roller coaster of the road. They took down Staples in a game that was a huge upset, and now they're in this FCX Championship. What have you seen out of New Canaan all season?
Yeah, you talk about it. New Canaan definitely on an up and down kind of stretch throughout the season. They lost at one point 3 straight FCX games, but then they were able to settle their feet, kind of turn it into cruise control in that last game. You saw it tied 2-2 up until halftime. And then after, you saw the magic of Doster, Kroll, and the rest of the New Canaan offense. And you know, once they settle in, they are a very good team, especially with the Fogos.
Wilton has knocked New Canaan out of the past 2 FCX tournaments in the quarterfinals. And Ryan, now on the Wilton side of things, they entered this tournament as the 4 seed. Many people consider them the underdogs against Darien, but they came in, they stunned Darien 11-10, playing a near perfect game. And now Wilton has a chance to end a 20-plus year drought for an FCX championship.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Braden. We were here 2 days ago. We watched the Darien-Wilton game. Wilton with that big upset. We see a team out here, a lot of experience, a lot of guys who know what they're doing with the ball, a lot of Dodgers who want to go to net, and I think this is going to be a tight one today.
It will be indeed, and there's a few players we need to watch in this game. The game starts with the face-off, and that's where we start with our players to watch in this game. On the Canaan side, they have a face-off duo that has been lethal all season, John, and the duo of Cam Weefelt and John Totaro has been the best in the FCX this year.
Yeah, you talk about it. The Fogo duo of Totaro and Weefelt has just been something really unseen so far on this New Canaan team throughout the years, but this year they have especially stepped it up, winning 72.4% of their faceoffs in the regular season. So if that doesn't tell you a story, then I don't know what else will. But they're both headed to college next year to play lacrosse. John off to Denver and Wheatfeld off to Bowdoin. But you know, you see them, and that's where the game starts. Once you win that faceoff, you can take the ball and move down and then move into your offense. And when you're winning faceoffs, the game tends to go better for you as a squad and takes pressure off your defense, obviously.
The New Canaan team went 14-4 from the Face-Off X in the semifinals, a game that they took down the Staples Wreckers by winning it at the Face-Off X. And Ryan, on the Wilton side of things, they used the offensive firepower of Charlie Johnson to get in the game. The senior committed to Gettysburg netted 4 goals against the Wave on Tuesday, and Charlie just has that ability in him that he can score anywhere on the field.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Braden. Charlie Johnson, a name we heard a lot 2 days ago. I'm expecting to hear a lot from him today, and he just shows this Wilton offense to be very lethal. They can attack from all parts of the field, really put pressure on that defense, and I think that's something we're going to have to look today. Of course, Charlie Johnson, a big Dodger here, looking to go to net. He wants to get those goals. He's on that suicide mission, and yeah, just a very important player for this Wilton team.
Not only did he have 4 goals in the FCX semifinals, but 3 of them coming down the stretch. He had the game tire and the dagger goal to give Wilton the win in that game. So Charlie Johnson, look out for him. He's got 49 goals on the season. And there's a few more players we need to highlight. Our goaltenders tonight for New Canaan. The player looking to stop Johnson will be the senior netminder Holden Busby. Busby fresh off of 13 saves in the FCX semis, and he is in his 3rd year starting for this Rams team. John, what do you like about Holden?
Well, you saw last time between both games, both the semifinal games, the goalies had to step up if their team wanted a chance, and that is exactly what Busby did. People a little bit uncertain but had confidence in him, and he shattered expectations against Staples last time, especially making those key saves right at the beginning of the game as New Canaan was trying to set their feet. Busby able to keep out goals and really provide that confidence for the Rams team, especially their defense with Gray Tomasco, Bryce Slide, and their defense, Will Hayes. You know, you just see it. Once the goaltender's playing better and playing stronger, you see the defense follow through as well.
Real quick, Ryan, Wilton, they've got the goaltending lights of Evan Blankenship taking over for Colin Lenskold. What do you like out of the senior goaltender?
Of course, you said it, Evan Blankenship, the senior goaltender, the lefty, likes eating up those outside shots, and New Canaan with a lot of outside shooters, so I see a battle there today.
Evan Blankenship, the goalie for the Wilton Warriors, 6 feet, Exactly. The 55% save percentage for the Wilton Warriors. Again, taking over for Len Skolt is tough, but that is what Evan Blankenship will be looking to do for Wilton. Wilton and New Canaan are FCAC championship for the year of 2023. It's the Wilton Warriors and the New Canaan Rams in the 2023 FCAC Boys Lacrosse Championship, live from Testa Field. Coming up next on the DAF Media Network. And with 2:04 to play, it's a brand new ball game, 11-11. Silsby won the last one for the Wave. Greenspan gets back to his winning ways from the face-off X. Now to the long stick of Hublitz. Brunswick setting up the offense. They have not led this game since the first quarter. It has been all Darien on the lead. They did see a tie back at 8-8. Actually, it was 9-9 where they saw the tie. And Darien got the goal from Lancaster to get the 10th. Delgado scored the last. Giordano has 2. He gets the touch. Now to Hoffman. Leo Hoffman dodging to the cage. Going high. Hoffman was looking to end it right there. Just high past the cage. And possession stays with the Bruins.
And this doesn't miss by much. Ooh, that didn't miss by much at all.
Matter of inches. Keeps this game tied off the screen. The shot. Wide. And possession staying with the Bruins yet again, thanks to Peyton Anderson.
And that's Hoffman again. They're still going with Wilson basically on an island there.
The instant classic of Brunswick and Darien. The shot, it's a goal! Brunswick gets the lead right back. Who else but Peyton Anderson, adding another.
The referees are talking about it. They haven't signaled goal yet. They're waving it off.
No goal is the call. The refs take it off the scoreboard. And Darien will play it. It's chaos on the field. Absolute atrocity. They call the goal off. I'm wondering if we could see another replay of that, guys. The referees call it off, making the call of the game. Anderson comes up.
To be able to see it here, does his foot get in there?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Turnover. Anderson looking to get it right back. Knocked down. The aggressive play continues. Brunswick still in disbelief.
That's not your call.
The referee's still trying to figure it out. Timeout to David Bruce. He's still looking for an explanation on that crease violation. It's 11-11, folks. You can't make this stuff up, Dan Arestia. A goal for Anderson waved off by the referees, keeping us tied at 11.
As soon as they ran in there, they were taking a little while to think about it, to talk about whether or not it was a goal. You knew something might be up. On the replay, you really couldn't get a super clear look. We only had kind of the one angle of it there, but from the one angle we had, I don't know if that if this was a bad call or not. Could see it. This is kind of the angle where maybe you see a little bit. I don't see his feet go in here, so I don't know. I don't know what the referee who made the call, if he had a different angle or he had a better look, but. Either way, it's 11-11, and you saw after that, Darien wanted to go fast. They tried to clear right away. Hagen tried to get it up and out, but the referees called it back, and now we're back here again, 50 seconds left. One more look at this.
Again, they're playing that blue line. The referees call it off right there.
Yeah, so the referees waved that off as a no goal. They called him for being in the crease. Unless they're saying that he in college, there's the goal mouth. Are they calling a goal mouth thing? But there's no goal mouth here. So I'm not sure if they just they might have missed that one, but it didn't look from that angle quite like Anderson was in. But it's all in the past now. Water under the bridge. 50 seconds left. You see, Hoffman's been triggering everything here in this last 2 minutes. I would expect him to get the ball yet again.
11-11 our score. 50 seconds left. That was Brunswick's second and final timeout. So they're going to have to play this last 50 seconds straight. Again, no shot clock. So Brunswick hypothetically could hold for the final possession. Delgado going to the cage, retreats it out. Now to Hoffman. Darien student section getting into the game. Down low. That one just off the stick of number 4, Warden. And that ball's going to Darien. The Wave will get a chance. 29 seconds left. Can they get the goal?
They've got to clear it. Brunswick is not in their 10-man with their goalie out here.
Big hit by Lancaster. He spins out of it. Lancaster keeps on riding. There's confusion on it. Jeff Braymeyer looking for an explanation. Not really sure what happened there.
I think they're giving him a timeout, and he's saying, I didn't call it. I don't know where they're going to put him. I think, I would imagine what Coach Braymeyer is trying to do here is he wants his timeout to be ready the second the ball gets over the midfield line because he doesn't want to have to clear it out of a timeout. So he might have been telling the ref, hey, look, when it gets over, I want a timeout. And the ref just heard timeout and blew the whistle or something like that. But, normally in that situation, you don't want to clear the ball out of a timeout. So you wait till your guy has it over the midfield line, you call timeout there, and then you can start with your play here with 20 seconds left with the ball and not have to clear it first. So I don't know where they gave him that timeout. We'll see where they have Darien pick the ball up or if they have to make a clear, get it over the midfield line. It was pretty close either way. And then after that, it's 20 seconds to try and make something happen. I would expect Darien to try and get the ball behind. Obviously, number 99 is going to be involved here. You're going to see Brady Picorni touch the ball. I think that Big Little, working with a pick on Spies to try and create just, again, a half a step of space for Picorni to try and get to the goal line and create something is what I would go back to. Darien's been successful in creating looks with that. The goals haven't been as plentiful in this half for Darien, but the looks have still been there. So I would say they have to go with something like that again. We'll see where they get the ball here. That's something to watch. It looks like it is back on their defensive end.
So it looks like the referee is setting it up on the 45-yard line. Darien will have to clear it the 5 yards.
Yep, it's right on the 45, right on the hash there. You see it just above the corner of the D there. So we'll see how Darien has this drawn up to clear it. They're going to have Picorni just pick it up here and run over with it and treat him like he's a midfielder. Or they can just throw it over.
So Picorni, he's going to be faced with a triple team. He pulls off the nice move and the spin move. Picorni off to the races. 13 to work. Picorni's got to be aware of the time. 10 seconds. I don't think he knows. 6. Picorni, can he win it? The shot. And it's in! Brady Picorni wins it! Brady Picorni with the goal with 1 second left, and the heroics from the Darien Junior. Brady Picorni with the biggest goal of the game. And just like that, Darien is 1 second away from dethroning the top team in the country.
You're going to get another look at this. This is Brady Picorni not even doing what Brady Picorni does best. He's on the wrong side of the field for him. He gets to his right hand from up top, and he beats Williams from range. Just a spectacular play there. A case of Brady Picorni saying, you know what, I can do anything. I can do everything on offense. He clears it himself, gets to a spot, and says, I'm winning the game right here.
And Brunswick needs a miracle. I don't know if they're going to get it. 1.7. And Darien has dethroned the #1 team in the nation. The Bruins have been thrown off their throne, and Darien is the new top dogs in the country. The first ever time Darien takes down the Bruins. And the student section storms the field. The Bruins in disbelief. Brady Picorni, the hero. The last second possession, heaving it from the 30, going high on Williams, and Brady Picorni, the hero, as Darien takes down Brunswick. Back on the DAF Media Network. Start of the second half between Wilton and New Canaan in the 2023 FCAC Boys Lacrosse Championship. Teams switch sides for this third quarter. Wilton in the visiting blues with the white numbering and blue helmets. Moving from left to right on your screen, New Canaan in the home whites and the black numbers and black helmets from right to left. Spencer Liston, the Fogo, with the ball. Liston committed to Providence to face off for the Friars. If you're just joining us, Braden Schenck, John Frieders, and Ryan Dahlquist with you. So glad you can be with us on the DAF Media Network. Michael Wall. Defense being played by Teddy Rosen. Slowing it down is Caleb Rath, senior. All FCAC first teamer a season ago. And this next goal is going to be a crucial one as we're tied at 3 apiece. Around the horn, Charlie Johnson getting the touch. He's been kept at bay so far, our player to watch. Great pass. Met with the check. Refs let him play it on. Wilton regains it.
Yeah, you can just see the physicality there from the Rams defense, not allowing anything to happen. When Johnson gets by his defender, there's someone right there in front of Busby to meet him so that Johnson doesn't have a shot, and that's what's kept New Canaan in the game. That's how they've been able to neutralize Johnson so far.
Johnson to Rath, now to Michael Wall. Wall 2 assists in last year's FCAC championship game. Nice fake out the shot, and a goal! Charlie Rath. We're tied no more as Rath has the goal, and the Warriors regain the lead for the first time since the first quarter, and the bubbles explode here at Chesterfield.
Yeah, I mean, Braden, we talked about how lethal these Wilton Dodgers are, especially on their in their offensive zone. Look at that underneath dodge. Just tucks his stick, gets past the New Canaan defense, takes a shot after his shot by one of the Rams defensemen, and is able to put that one past the goalie, get Wilton back on the board, and a very important goal there, breaks the tie, and puts Wilton ahead in this one.
Goal number 24 for Charlie on the season, his first in this championship.
And you saw there Wilton just play patient, just wait for their shot, able to move the ball around as Wheatfeld is able to win the faceoff for the Rams. But you saw just the patience and the maturity of this Wilton offense was on showcase there.
That was the storyline heading into this FCAC tournament. 4 teams, all 4 of them were very much capable of winning this tournament. It truly was a free-for-all. Once we got to the semifinals, Darien, Staples, New Canaan, Wilton, the 3 and 4 seeds meet in this championship, and now the 4 seed controls a 4-3 lead over the Rams. Just goes to show that there was no powerhouse in the FCAC this year, and the state tournament's going to be an interesting ride coming up next. Gettner on the far side being chased down by McKiernan. Gettner dumps it off to Ryan Connolly. Connolly, the senior, committed to Franklin and Marshall to play lacrosse for the Diplomats. Luke Reed was looking for the give and go. Instead, soars it high of Connolly and turns it over to the Warriors.
Yeah, and those are the errors if you're the Rams you cannot make on offense. Gives Wilton free possessions. And you saw that twice or 3 times in the first half where New Canaan just airmails a pass and then it stops the offensive productivity. And then you just see the momentum go towards Wilton's way, and it swings that way. And Wilton's controlling the ball now in the offensive zone.
Caleb Rath with the possession. Rath to Charlie. Charlie Rath had the last goal for the Warriors. And you look at his numbers this year, he had a 6-goal game against the Yorktown Huskers. Winding it up and shooting it to score is his brother Caleb Rath. And now both Rath brothers are on the board, and the Warriors now have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you just see Wilton taking what is being given to them right now. Not necessarily giving the ball to Johnson, but allowing Johnson to be almost as a decoy here. And the Rath brothers able to convert here early in the second half and giving Wilton the 2-goal advantage. But you just see the great shot there by Caleb Rath, excuse me. And that puts Wilton up by 2 early into this second half.
That's what's worked for Wilton all season. Charlie assisting his brother Caleb for the goal, and vice versa. Those two have been a lethal duo. As Tataro wins the faceoff, takes it to the house, shoots it, stopped by the defender, number 19, Nate Rath. And now all 3 Rath brothers are getting in on the action. That's going to be one happy family dinner for the Raths tonight. And the best part for Wilton faithfuls is Nate Rath is just a junior, so he comes back for another year. And the first time he will play without his brothers on this same team. Referees will now come out in conference.